today is mini loggin day. That's what I'm gonna call it, mini loggin. Yeah. That just sounds, I don't know. Anyways, so big log number 6. There's 5 over there. Log number 6 is right over. It's down there, right there. Anyways, you'll see it here in a minute. This is back out here. There we go. I'm getting anybody motion sickness. Yeah. So there was, let's see, one right there, another one there, and another one back behind it over there, and there's a couple poplars back there that he doesn't want. Just cut it up and leave it to rot. There's another poplars, and I cut the limbs off of that one, and that's going to probably be fence posts. And there's the rest of that one. Then what's left of this one is these 2 poles right here. This one's still got to be delimbed a little bit. That one's ready to go. That's hooked up right now. And there's some limbs. That can all be used for firewood if somebody desires to use it. Most people don't burn pine because of the creosote effect, but if you let all the sap drain out of it and dry, it does just fine, I think. And there's one more. There's 2 more poles in there. This one's cut, I think, 6 foot ish, and that one just needs to be delimbed, and it can be another fence rail or post, possibly. That's rotted and no good. Now all that down there is neighbors. That's not his, so I'm not touching that. And yeah, that's all I'm doing for this one. This poplar right here, I just cut it up in chunks. I might actually ask him if I can have that, drag it out, and maybe give it to my brother to sell, or cut it up for myself. I don't know. But this one was leaning way up in that oak there. It was pinned. There's a stump, so I'll give you the line of sight here. Here's the stump. That's the point of view from the stump. So it was up in that upper fork up here, and I just chunked it out a little bit at a time here. And then it got almost straight up, so instead of risking my life, I just hooked the winch to it and pulled it backwards, and it pulled it over, up, and then fell over where it is. Nice and safe, nobody got hurt, praise the Lord. I still gotta dig my wedge out of there. Right there. But other than that, pretty simple mini logging job. Fun. Definitely getting my money's worth out of that winch, I'll tell you that. The Badland Apex 12,000 pound winch. The cable has already got a couple kinks in it and a squish point from where I probably overloaded it a little bit, but I mean, it's still plenty usable for what I use it for. And it's plenty usable for recovery of the Jeep, which don't even weigh barely 5,000 pounds. So I don't have no fear of it breaking or fraying. But it's 80 foot, and from the log it's tied to right now with the choker on it, it's ran all the way out right now. Almost all the way out. It's got 2 more wraps there, a wrap and a half. So that's got about maybe 8 inches left of line before it's maxed out. Technically, you really don't want to pull a winch line out where the red paint mark here comes past the fair lead. Once that hits the fair lead, you got to start the motor off gently when you start winding it in. If you don't, you can overload the spool and it can break a tooth off real easy. I've seen winches do that in the past. So that's why they That's one reason they put the red paint on there and then tell you that you're at the end of the line to stop pulling. But because if you go, like if you pull it all the way out to where that whole red line is all the way out past the fairlead, and you put full weight on, pull full strain on that winch, you can bust the gear real easy. Yeah, it's not fun. But here we go. See there again, I just bumped it to get the red line back in there. Now I may have to cut that stump out. Let's see. Oh, right past it. And it's dragging part of the limb with it. There it goes. There we go. Most of these logs so far have debarked themselves on the way out, so I ain't had to do it, which is nice. And see, technically, to save the tree, I should really be using a snatch block off of that tree right there to pull the line off of this tree. That way it'll help pull the tree off. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, let's go get the snatch block. And I'll just move the choker over and use it as a tree saver, which is what it was labeled as when I bought it. This is the Apex 12-ton shackle. It says on the package rated for 24,000 pounds. But that says 12T, which represents 12 ton. Which, yeah, 2 times 12 is 24, so I'm done right now. Set that there. Alright. Get some more slack. And pull that off there. See there? That wound may heal. It probably will. It didn't even go halfway through the bark, so it didn't cut into the sapwood. But just to prevent that and make it easier to pull this log. We're gonna okay, I'm gonna set y'all down here for a minute. Let you look at the sky. I gotta winch this trucker out from under the log. All right. There we go. Now, I'll move. Yep. I really don't want to bother with a saw right now. Hook up our tree saver. Get that back up. Go back up here. And get a D-ring or clavis or hog nose, bull nose ring, whatever you want to call it. There's a few different names. Just all we gotta do here, and that put that like that. Set y'all right there. What I'm doing here, what I did here was flip this around so the flat ends got a straight pull on the strap, and then the curved part of it is on the shackle, so the shackle can move whichever way it needs to. And pivot. Pivot! Okay. Now, see there? That still may pull on the tree, but it ain't gonna dig in it. Turn our winch remote back on. There we go. Now, dig that out. There we go. All right, that's hooked up. Now see, this only works up until it gets to that point. And then what we're gonna do is a straight line pull. So you see there? Straight line to the winch, and then your angle. See, it's barely touching the tree, but it's not gonna dig in like it was. As soon as it clears that stump down there, which it may not, I may have to actually get the saw. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the saw. All right. switch gears. This one's kind of loud. I just don't. I've already used this chain today on a 30 log, so I'm gonna have to cut this stump low. So if it hits the dirt, so be it. My other chain I just sharpened earlier. I don't really want to hit dirt on it. So I'm gonna pause. See, this song's pretty loud so, yeah, just alright. Now, I only gotta turn the winch remote back on. I love this wireless remote. See, because I'm about close to 60 feet from the Jeep and the winch, and I don't have to have a wire. Oh, praise the Lord. Haha. Now see what it, yeah, all right. We're gonna have to roll it. It's all right, that's why we got the tools to do it. There it is. I'm gonna go right here. Well, it's probably too skinny. There we go. Turn it on again. That set's unused for I think almost longer than a minute. It'll turn itself off. That's a slow process, but it's so much fun. Alright, we'll get a little closer here. Back it off. Now, what we're going to do, instead of unhooking it with a log, is just disconnect our D-ring there. Open our snatch block, cable free. Set that there. Put that back on there. I'm going to go ahead and put this back up, because will probably be the last log of the day. So we're just going to go ahead and put that back in there and put that in there with it. And to those of you that have seen this short chain on the front, hanging off the front of my front bumper, yes, I do use it. It's a choker. I use it as a choker chain. So it's actually an engine hoist chain, but it works great for recovery. Actually, I do need that. I don't. That was this. There's in there like that. I usually run it up to the There we go. And now we got our straight line pull. And there's actually, I still need the use of this chain. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. This is what I did with all the other logs minus one. I'll come back for that. And this is perhaps the lightest log I've pulled out so far, so it'll be easy. That up there. Back up. And there is our pull line. Straight pull a log. Well, there you go. You're gonna see it. gonna try that and see how it goes. Just to keep us, I don't know, it may not work. It will. Let's see how this works. Y'all just went for a ride, huh? Put that back in there. Now we just go get our saw and the roller and then pack it in and get the board headed out. That's not bad for a few hours of work. 5 logs.